Hey YouTube fam, it's Daughter of the Most High. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to follow up from the Feast of Trumpets Rapture and talk about a few things. It is late, so I'm going to just make a quick video. I'm a tired girl. I want to go to bed soon, but a couple things to share real quick. So, I've noticed that some of the people on YouTube that got confirmations and were saying, you know, we're going home, and very much part of everything that happened in the last 7 weeks or so. And they've since deleted their videos, and they just want to wipe the slate clean and be done and maybe hide the mistake. And I don't have any of that in me. And I shared that in my last video, that I know I heard from the Lord. Now, I don't understand everything that's going on, but I know I heard from the Lord. I don't need to delete my videos. I'm not embarrassed of anything, and I have no mistake to hide. So I find that interesting. I don't know if you are one of those that just wants to sweep it all away and consider it a mistake or a deception, but I can't go there with you. I just can't. I know I heard from the Lord, and I'm just waiting to see how this is going to play out. Now, I watched a video by Angela. I'll share that in the description, and you can listen to that video. It's 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes long, and it's called, I don't have the title, but it's I think it's the Master's Class, and it's a test, that this season is a test, and some did not pass the test. And so, you know, that could be what's going on. I also tonight listened to a video by Blue Heaven. When we were watching for the Rapture in 2018, she was someone that I checked in with, and since lost track of her since that time, and I'll link her video as well. She talks about Habakkuk 2 and 3, and she watched Joshua on the Sentwins interview recently, and he said that the Lord brought him Habakkuk 2 and 3. And depending on some of the various details, we could be going, well, if we're in the Ark 8 days from the 23rd or 24th, it would be September 30th or the 1st of October. Otherwise, it would be a week from there. Not trying to date set, just listening to what people that are continuing to watch and put the pieces together, what they're finding. I will also link the recent video by Walking by the Spirit Always, Terry, and she entitled the video Days of Noah for September, Deceived Christians and Prophetic Messages, and then Revelation 3:10 through 13. And I haven't listened to her whole video, just a little bit of it, but it's an hour and almost 20 minutes long, and she talks about that. And so she thinks we're in the Ark, meaning those 8 days before the rain started and everything looked like a joke in Noah's time. And just as in the days of Noah, so shall be the Son of Man. So shall it be with the Son of Man when he returns. And so we're seeing some connections here. And we're treading lightly, but we're still in faith. And I want to share these things with you. So I want to share one more thing before I end this video. So tonight at work, I work in senior living, and I work this weekend, and tonight we were getting, a coworker and I were getting someone to bed, and she's very slow. Everything, not my not my coworker, the resident that we were working with. And so we were kind of waiting for her to, get ready to lay down, and, we'd get her into bed, and my coworker all of a sudden says 9:16. And I was shocked, and I looked at her and I said, "What?" Because remember, the Lord spoke that in my spirit when I said, "Lord, what's going on?" And she said, the client's name is Kathy. She asked what time it is. And it's 9:16. And so the digital clock was right in front of me on the wall. I just wasn't paying attention to it. It was completely visible. But it was so interesting and funny when my coworker all of a sudden just says 9:16. It was just like that. Like it had no context. She just said it. But then I said, "What?" Because she didn't question that, but I heard that in my spirit. Yeah. So remember, 9:16 is the heaviness. It's when Jesus asked the disciples to watch and pray for an hour because the Roman soldiers were coming to take him away for crucifixion. And he had checked on them. It's in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, that he said to them, "Can't you watch with me for 1 hour?" And the 9:16 is the word of the heaviness, that they were sleeping. And so that's what the Lord spoke to me when I said, "God, what's going on? I know I heard from you." So there's that. There's these pieces. And then other people are hearing things too. And so this Feast of Trumpets, Rapture, and all the confirmations was a huge wake-up call. Huge wake-up call. And there's just a lot going on right now. So look for the videos in the description. Again, just putting the pieces together prayerfully, staying in faith, staying in the ark. And so look for Angela's video. And then I'll post Blue Heaven, and then I'll post Terry's, Walking by the Spirit Always. And you can check out what people are saying. We live in interesting times, guys. Yeah, can you tell I'm tired? My voice is kind of dragging a little bit. But anyway, wanted to share that with you. I hope you are blessed in every way. The Lord is with us, and I don't think it's over, guys. I don't think it's over. Yeah, so anyway, I'll catch you in the next video.